You bought an aged X account to run AI outreach for a client. Day 2. Suspended. You didn't just lose the account. You lost the client. They see account suspended and immediately question whether you know what you're doing. 3 months of relationship building, gone. 5 X accounts, 5 isolated sessions, different fingerprints, different IPs. X sees 5 completely different users. Here's why this matters. X uses digital fingerprinting to link your accounts together. Your IP address, your time zone, your installed plugins, your operating system, your device parameters, all combined into a unique identity. If one of your accounts gets restricted, X's system detects every other account connected to the same fingerprint, and then it makes you choose which accounts to keep. The rest are permanently suspended. Not warned, permanently suspended. And if you've been banned and try to create a new account from the same device, X detects your fingerprint and suspends the new one immediately. You can't just start over. Today I'll show you how X's detection actually works, what TweepCred scoring means for your accounts, how to manage accounts safely, whether you're creating them or buying them, and how to build complete isolation so one problem never takes everything down. Stick around till the end. I'll show you a clean multi-account setup that protects your client income, plus how to get 2 gigabytes of free proxies so you can test this entire system without upfront cost. X tracks you through digital fingerprints. IP address, time zone, operating system, browser parameters. When it detects multiple accounts sharing the same fingerprint, it flags them as connected. The 10-account limit. X allows up to 10 accounts for what they call non-duplicative purposes. But non-duplicative is the key word here. If your accounts share similar content, engage with the same users, or post similar tweets, X treats them as duplicates and suspends the extras. TweepCred scoring. X's recommendation engine assigns every account a reputation score from 0 to 100. There are 2 critical thresholds you need to know. Below 65, only 3 of your tweets are considered for distribution at any time. That means even if you're posting 10 times a day, X is only showing 3 of those posts to your followers. The rest might as well not exist. Below 30, the algorithm barely shows your content. You're essentially invisible. Your tweets don't appear in feeds. They don't show up in search. You're shadow banned without being told. This matters for freelancers because purchased accounts or newly created accounts often start with low TweepCred scores. You buy an account thinking you're getting reach. Instead, you're getting an account that's nearly invisible and more likely to be flagged. Low TweepCred accounts draw more scrutiny from X's detection systems. A cluster of low-scored accounts on the same fingerprint is a massive red flag to X. Real example, an SMM agency managing 8 client X accounts from one office laptop. They used X's native account switcher for convenience. One client's account got reported for aggressive promotional messages. X's system scanned the device fingerprint and found 7 other accounts. The agency was forced to choose which accounts to keep. The clients whose accounts were suspended lost their followers, content history, and verified status overnight. The agency lost half their clients within a week. Shadow bans. X can restrict an account's visibility without telling you. Your content doesn't appear in feeds or search results, but you're never notified. You keep posting, wondering why engagement dropped. Check any account before using it. 2 tools, shadowban.userisa.com or CircleBoom's Shadowban Tester. Run both. If either shows restrictions, don't use that account for client work. New account after ban. Creating a fresh account from the same device equals instant detection through fingerprint matching. X doesn't even wait for content issues. The new account is suspended purely based on identity linking. Let me clear up 5 things people get wrong about X suspensions. Myth number 1. X only detects you through IP address. Reality. IP is one of many signals. X reads device fingerprint, browser parameters, time zone, behavior patterns. Changing your IP alone changes nothing. Myth number 2. Chrome profiles keep my account separate. Reality. Chrome profiles separate cookies. They don't separate your hardware fingerprint, CPU type, GPU signature, screen resolution, canvas rendering. X links them anyway. Myth number 3. Buying an aged account means instant credibility. Reality. X's detection catches credential handovers. Many buyers lose access within days. And VoIP verified accounts? X now rejects VoIP numbers entirely during verification checks. You're buying an account that will fail at the first security check. Myth number 4. 10 accounts is a safe limit, so I don't need isolation. Reality. Even under 10 accounts, if one gets restricted, X detects all connected accounts and suspends the rest. The limit doesn't protect you from cascading suspensions. Myth number 5. Social media management tools protect against suspensions. Reality. Tools like SocialChamp help with scheduling and analytics. They don't protect your digital identity. If X flags one account, management tools can't prevent the cascade to your other accounts. Why VPNs and Chrome profiles fail. VPNs change IP. Chrome profiles separate cookies. Neither changes your hardware fingerprint. X still sees the same device behind all your accounts. Complete isolation works because every account runs in its own isolated profile with independently generated canvas signature, WebGL renderer, audio API, font list, and screen parameters, plus its own residential IP. X's cross-referencing system finds zero overlap. Each account exists in its own silo. Nothing to link. If you're buying X accounts for client work, here's what to look for. PVA. Phone verified accounts. Verified with a real carrier SIM, not VoIP. Ask the seller for proof. If they can't show you carrier verification, walk away. Niche aged accounts. Relevant followers in your industry. Quality matters more than count. An account with 500 engaged tech followers is worth more than 5,000 random followers. X premium accounts. Blue or gold badge. More visibility. Higher risk if credential handover is detected. X watches verified accounts more closely. Developer-ready accounts. API tokens included. Check for no prior API restrictions. If the previous owner got rate limited or had API access revoked, you inherit that history. Before you buy, run 2 checks. First, estimate TweepCred factors. Look at account age, engagement rate, follower-to-following ratio, suspension history. Second, run shadow ban checks on both shadowban.usericer.com and CircleBoom. If the seller can't answer TweepCred-related questions or won't provide proof of SIM verification, walk away. You're about to buy an account that will cost you a client. Let me show you exactly how to set this up. You can use any anti-detect browser you want. There are several solid options. I'm using GoLogin because this is what I personally use for my client work. I like how simple it is to get started, and the profile quality has been the most stable I've worked with. But this workflow translates to any anti-detect tool. Here's a rule I use with any anti-detect browser. Before you do real work, verify the profile's fingerprint. The easiest way is to open ife.com inside the profile and check that the fingerprint looks clean and consistent. GoLogin dashboard open. Click Add Profile at the top left. Name this one X brand. This is your personal brand account or your agency's main account. Paste in your residential proxy. This is critical. You need residential proxies, not data center proxies. Residential IPs look like real home internet connections. Data center IPs are obvious and X flags them. GoLogin handles everything else automatically. Time zone matches your proxy IP location. Language settings align. Geolocation coordinates match. You don't touch any manual settings. Click Run to launch the profile. Once the browser opens, go to ife.com before logging into X. You want a normal-looking fingerprint with consistent parameters and no obvious red warnings. Everything here looks clean. IP matches the proxy location. Time zone is correct. No WebRTC leaks. Canvas signature is unique. Good to go. Now I'll go to x.com and log into my brand account. First, log in from a new device. X might ask you to verify via email or SMS. That's normal. Complete it once. After that, your session is saved. Let me create a second profile for client work. Click Add Profile again. Name X-Client-A. Different residential proxy from a different location. If you're using a purchased account, the proxy country must match the account's registration location. A U.S. registered account needs a U.S. residential proxy. This is non-negotiable. Launch. Verify on iFe. Then log into X with the client account. Different fingerprint, different IP, fully isolated from your brand account. If you're using a purchased account, don't change the account's behavior patterns immediately. This is critical. Maintain the previous owner's posting style for 2 to 3 weeks. Gradually transition to your own content. X's behavioral analysis compares current activity to historical patterns. Real example. A marketer purchased 2 aged X accounts and immediately changed their bios, profile photos, and started posting promotional content. Both accounts were flagged within 72 hours for unusual activity. The detection wasn't fingerprint-based, it was behavioral. X's system noticed simultaneous radical changes in 2 accounts that previously had stable patterns. If the marketer had transitioned gradually, keeping original bios for a week, blending new content with old themes, the accounts would have had a much better chance. Let me create one more profile. This one is X Crypto for running crypto airdrop campaigns or testing different content strategies. 3 accounts, 3 isolated identities, each with its own proxy, its own fingerprint, its own saved session. What changes based on your use case? If you're an SMM agency, each client account lives in its own GoLogin profile. You can share profiles with team members. Sessions sync across devices. At $49 per month for 300 profiles, this costs less than SocialChamp at $89 per month for 40 accounts. If you're running crypto airdrop campaigns with many accounts, the density is higher, but the principle is the same. 1 profile per account, unique proxy per profile. Be aware that airdrop-style mass accounts face the highest scrutiny from X. Keep engagement organic and varied per account.
If you're using accounts you created yourself, the workflow is straightforward. 1 profile per account, residential proxy, start using immediately. If you're using purchased accounts, here's your transition strategy. Week 1. Don't change anything visible. Keep the bio, keep the profile photo, keep the posting schedule similar to the previous owner's pattern. Week 2. Start blending your content with the account's previous themes. If it was posting tech news, keep posting tech news, but add your client's angle. Week 3. Gradually shift to your full content strategy. Never change multiple accounts' behavior simultaneously.
5 mistakes that get freelancers caught. Mistake number 1. All accounts on one device without isolation. One restriction equals all suspended.
This is how the SMM agency lost half their clients. Mistake number 2. Creating a new account from the same device after a suspension. Instant detection through fingerprint matching. Mistake number 3. Buying VoIP verified accounts. X rejects VoIP during verification checks. Your account fails at the first two-factor authentication trigger. Mistake number 4. Changing a purchased account's behavior immediately. X's behavioral analysis flags simultaneous radical changes. You need the 2 to 3 week gradual transition. Mistake number 5. Exceeding 10 accounts with duplicate content or engagement. X's hard limit enforced strictly. If your accounts look like duplicates, X treats them as duplicates. Honest trade-off. GoLogin's free plan gives 3 profiles. For solo operators testing the system, that's enough to start. But agencies managing 10+ client accounts or crypto operators with dozens of accounts need paid plans. At $49 per month for up to 300 profiles, it's a fraction of the cost of buying separate devices or paying for management tools that don't even protect your fingerprint. But it's not free at scale. If you want to set up this exact account protection system to protect your client income, click my link in the description or the pinned comment. Use code AIVantage40 to get 40% off and claim 2 GB of free proxies. The free proxies let you test the whole workflow right now. Set up profiles, verify fingerprints on iFA, protect your client accounts. No upfront cost to prove the system works. Questions about X detection, GoLogin setup, or account isolation, drop them in the comments. I read every one and I'll answer. See you in the next one.